Let's fight! Let's fight! Let's fight! Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. Let us know how you guys are receiving the audio first and foremost. And we hope that that audio is fine for you, wherever you guys are joining us from around the world, folks. Welcome in the ring this evening. It is our privilege to have so many of you already ringside. Well, YouTube full. I see Dion Fraser and Ali Shear Greenwich. Bruce Monroe is there as well. Good to see you, Bruce. Good night to Carol as well. Carol Monroe, Isabella Butters, Joan Stephanie, and all you other beautiful, fantastic folks joining us across social media, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, the Ghetto, the Blue app, that other Meta app. Wherever you guys are joining us from, wherever you're receiving us from around the world, folks, welcome in the ring. It is our privilege to have each and every one of you guys here with us this evening. And right off the bat, I want to say a very special evening to Ariel Ashby as well. Ariel Ashby. I want to say good night to Margaret Jones, and I want to say good night to Daniel as well. That beautiful big family, Margaret Jones, Daniel Prasad, and Ariel Ashby. Rashley Ford, good to see you as well. Stacey Ann Stoll, good to see you. Did I miss Margaret Jones and Ariel Ashby and Daniel Prasad? No? Good. Abiel Washington, good to see you as well. Denise Mitchell, really good to see you. Jamal Aziz and Gwyneth Jones. You know, some folks tell us that they hear one set of names night after night. Folks, we see the names of those persons who put a comment in, and we try to call them as quickly as possible. And the time it took me to say that, about 500 names flew by already. Good to see Andrew Cuthbert. Good to see Wilton Blue. Good to see Deshaun Alexander and Shonette Cicheran, Volme Wilson, Wilton Blue, and all you other fantastic, beautiful folks, wherever you guys are joining us from around the world, folks. Let us know how it's going where you are. Folks like Rochelle Pollard and Abiola Washington, Donna Liverpool, Wilton Blue again, Vanda Archibald, Volme Wilson, Leslyn Thumb, and all you fantastic folks, Stacy Wade, and Edward Wade, Angel Wade, the whole Wade clan. Did I mention Leslyn Thumb? Good night to each and every one of you folks. Wherever around the world you guys are watching us from, Elizabeth Narine, Lynette Duncan, Stephen Pandy, wherever you fantastic folks are joining the live broadcast from around the world, folks, welcome in the ring. We don't know about you guys, but we're ready for the fight card. We just come on, people, and we're ready for the fight card. Share the live stream. We want to see those emojis as well. We ready for the fight card. We are there. We are been all day. It's whole day we waiting for fight. All day we waiting for fight. You got Fight Nation and then you got Fire Nation. Fight Nation and Fire Nation. Penelope Hudson, we see you there. Marla Alicock, we see you there. Don Raymond, Joylyn Cook, Kirk Hurricane, Leslyn Alves, good to see you. Leslyn Thumb, good to see you as well. Myrtle Stephanie. Folks, we know some people don't understand why we have to call these names. This is our show, folks. And this is how we let our ringsiders know, our viewers know that they are appreciated. Without them, there are hundreds of them that shop every night. This show would be no place. We might not even have a show. But thanks to the faithfulness of the ringsiders, we are so grateful to have them night after. Even the trenchies who shop, we're happy to have them as well. Even the Jagabats, even the Nakavakamites, even the Philistines, even the Jebusites, we appreciate each and every one of you because you guys make the show what it is. You know, a colleague of mine says, there is one show that is happening here with me telling you what's the latest. And then there's another show in the comment section. And some folks argue that that show operating in the comment section is even better than this other show with me here. But you know what's the strange thing, people? You know what's the strange thing? You know what's strange? I tend to agree with you. Sometimes I want to stop talking and come in the comment section and fight some people, you know. You understand me? Sometimes I want to come in the comment section and fight some people. Good to see you, Yvonne Lamy and Gwyneth Jones, Rachel Wolford and Leon Logan, Deborah Sharona Lynch. Deborah, whatever money you borrow from me, I forgive you. Come around more often, Deborah. Good to see all of you guys. I am so fired up today. I am ready to go, ready to let you know what's been happening at my end, ready to let you know what's been happening in the homeland, wherever you guys are joining us from around the world. Guys, if you're new, we try to add a little bit of something for everybody, but we focus mainly on what goes on in the Caribbean region, what goes on in Guyana. And folks, if you're interested in that, we're your place. And we are happy to have you guys again, night after night, week after week, month after month. Stacey Ann Stoll, Gavin Beresford, Audrey Ward, Onessa Ward, and all the Wards here, all the Wades here. Good to see each and every one of you guys, wherever you are joining us from around the world. Let me make sure that I'm settled good. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. How am I comporting myself? Cheryl Berkshire, how are we looking tonight? Good to see each and every one of you out there. Deborah Clark, Bernadette Lewis, and Bethany. Good to see each and every one of you. Those of you who've been praying for us, guys, we feel your prayers. You know, if you've been listening to our podcast for the last few days, I've not been 100%, but we out here, people. We out here, boots on the ground, fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. We can continue to do our best. And let the big man upstairs do the rest. Joylin Cook and Sporry Lee, Everett Small, Veronica Primo Rollins. We can continue to put our best foot forward. And let the big man upstairs do everything else. Again, Hazel Austin. Good to see you, Hazel Teresa Austin. I beg your pardon. Hazel Teresa Austin. Ariel Busby, Margaret Jones, Daniel Passan. I beg your pardon, Hazel Teresa Austin. She had to throw in Teresa there. Because Teresa wasn't in the name on Facebook. So she in the comment section, Hazel throw in Teresa. I beg your pardon there. Donna Abrigo, Don Sullivan. Folks, good to see each and every one of you. You know, to all of those folks down there at the park and in Georgetown who made me feel so special, who gave me so much encouragement during the course of the day as I was transacting some business there. Thank you so much, folks. We feel your support. We feel your love. I stopped to buy some plantain chips today, just by the by coffee, the Square of the Revolution in downtown Georgetown, and the folks there were bigging us up here in the ring. You know, sometimes I don't even know we have this kind of effect until you go on the ground and you talk with people, you see how people respond. Folks, we feel the love, we feel the support wherever you guys are cheering us on, folks. Thank you so much. Respect and manners, it means a lot to us. I'm ready to get in the fight card. Gonna hold a bit before a few folks coming up. Yep. Somebody says plantain skyrocketing. Yep. I ain't doubt you. It's only shame. Make after the woman told me the price of the plantain chip, I ain't drive up. It's only shame. It's only shame. You understand me? I'm gonna take something from the deep savings to make a back for that. Folks, a very pleasant evening to each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from around the world. And you know, right as we come on, I want to say it off the bat because sometimes I leave it for the middle of the program, but it's equally as important to everything we do here, guys. Your support means the world to us. Every dime you send us, reinvest in some aspect of getting this production right, getting the other digital media products we have correct, the podcast below the belt, the website, credible sources. We're still tweaking all of those things, getting it just pitch perfect for you guys. All of your finances go to doing these things, expanding what we do. We have even more programs to roll out as the year gets on, folks. And so we cannot say thank you enough for so many of you. Some of you even ask us not to even give you a shout out publicly, but to so many of you who help us in one way or the next. Thank you from the bottom of your heart. And if you guys out there have never helped us, or you've helped us in the past, we invite you to come back and help us. We invite you to come and help us in some way. We have several platforms available, guys. We have the Cash App. It's the $ in the ring 592. And we encourage folks to come on board and partner with us on a monthly basis. At the Cash App is the $ in the ring 592. We're gonna leave it up to you how much you want to partner with us on a monthly basis with what that figure is going to be for you. When you look at your finances, look at your obligations, you're going to know how you're going to come on board on a monthly basis and partner with us. At the Cash App, I said our Cash App handle is the $ in the ring 592. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. And then we have the MMG, that's the local, the GT&T Cash App, as we say. It's 627-6963. That's our number there, 627-6963. And guys, we're available via MoneyGram and Western Union as well. You have any concerns, you need any guidance, guys, WhatsApp us at 627-6963. That very MMG number is our WhatsApp number as well, 627-6963. That being said, folks, I am ready if you are to get to the fight card, folks. I don't know about you, but I am ready to see what's been happening around the country and in some instances around the Caribbean, around the world, wherever you're joining us from, folks. Welcome in Ring Trust. You had a fantastic day at work, at home, at play, whatever you did today, folks. Hope you did it with integrity. Hope you did it with character. Let's get to it, guys. Let's get to work. I've shown up to work. Again, not feeling 100%, but we out. Hey, let's fight, folks. Let's fight. First up on the fight card from around the world, is it? Or rather, we're starting this evening off with some breaking news, folks. Breaking news. The leader of the PNCR, the new leader of the PNCR, Mr. Aubrey Norton, just this afternoon, met with the Commonwealth Secretary General. This is Baroness Scotland. Yep. Big things are happening. For Aubrey there. Big things, and we are so happy. We're so happy to see the PNCR leading as it always does. We're so privileged to see that. Again, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, the Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, Queen's Counsel, met today at Congress Place, Sophia, with the leader of the PNCR, Mr. Aubrey Norton, and accompanying Mr. Norton at the meeting was the Honorable Geeta Chandan Edmund, who is the General Secretary of the party, the Honorable Amansa Walton Desire, who is the Shadow Minister of Foreign Affairs. Also there was Mr. Roysdale Ford, Senior Counsel. As you know, Roysdale is a Member of Parliament and Shadow Minister for the Legal Affairs. And also, but not least, Mrs. Valda Lawrence was there, and Mrs. Lawrence is the advisor to the leader of the PNCR. So big things are going on in the PNCR, and good to see our leaders are leading. Good to see our leaders on the national stage. And as soon as we get some more information, folks, as to what was the content of the discussion, what was the subject, what was the agenda of the discussion, we are going to have that for you. But breaking news, folks, as we said, the Commonwealth Secretary General, Baroness Patricia Scotland, met today with the PNCR leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton. And as I said, as we have more information on that front as to what was the content of those discussions, we are going to have that for you. And Miss Scotland was accompanied by her delegation as well. Good times are ahead of us, folks. Good times. And I'm so eager, folks. Eager to see where all this goes. I'm eager, folks. And I encourage you to pull up your front row seat by the ring, because we're going to be covering it ball by ball, play by play, just for you guys, ball by ball and play by play. That being said, folks, that's the breaking news that we have here at this hour. Further, folks. We're going back now internationally, some news happening around the world. Well, we're picking up this bit of news, folks. Things are getting pretty interesting, Sometimes you got to ask yourself, is the end times? Now, there is this fella who got a genetically modified pig heart. And this is the first, right? This is the world's first such transplant. A pig heart from animal to human being. And we are being told, folks, that a US man has become the first person in the world to get a heart transplant from a genetically modified pig. David Bennett, 57, according to the reports we have, is doing well 3 days after this experimental 7-hour procedure in Baltimore, doctors say. The transplant was considered the last hope of saving Mr. Bennett's life, though it is not yet clear what his long-term chances of survival are. It was either die or do, or rather, it was either die or do this transplant, Mr. Bennett explained the day before the surgery. I know it's a shot in the dark, but it's my last chance, he said. Doctors at the University of Maryland Medical Center were granted a special dispensation by the U.S. medical regulator to carry out the procedure on the basis that Mr. Bennett, who has terminal heart disease, would otherwise have died. Yep, so a genetically modified pig, its heart has been transplanted into a human being. Folks, take that. Take that, right? I know Mr. Bennett said he's fine, but Mr. Bennett looked a little different to me. Folks, Mr. Bennett says here he is fine. But Mr. Bennett looked a little different. Mr. Bennett looked a little different. That being said, folks, I don't know about this pig heart business as yet. I don't know about it. But I guess as one gets closer to death, the options become more limited. So kudos to the doctors there and these advances in medical science. But this thing here, hold up, guys. Moving on, folks, moving on the international front. You know, we've been covering at home in Guyana some of the ways in which we say it's man inhumanity to man. And some of what we saw internationally reflected that recently. You know, we discussed here in our program quite recently, right here in Guyana, on the East Coast, a baby was found decapitated, an infant, a young child in a trench, thrown away like that. Somebody discarded of that child like that, couldn't care for it anymore, and discarded the child in the most gruesome manner. Folks, some of y'all heart dark, you know, some of y'all heart black. And there is a news entity called Now This. They captured a similar scene quite recently in New Mexico, where an 18-year-old mother discarded of an infant. Discarded of an infant. Folks, I want to show you that. I want to show you that. Y'all think y'all see evil? Y'all think y'all see bad mind? Take a look at this, folks. Baby discarded in a dumpster. Take a look at this. So in the first instance there, an 18-year-old mother, according to the report that we have here, is being charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse after discarding her new baby in a dumpster in New Mexico. According to the report here from This Now, the baby was discovered still alive by 3 dumpster divers who happened to be foraging through the trash. The mother told police, here's story, you know. Here the mother telling police, here's story, you know. The mother told police she did not realize she was pregnant until the day before giving birth, and she panicked. According to This Now, this international publication, she panicked and dumped her baby in that dumpster there. Thankfully, those 3 persons, they call them dumpster divers here. Right? Dumpster divers. I can see some people, because things getting real dread here and brown and tight, gonna pick up this career now. Dumpster divers. They were foraging through the trash when they found this child alive. Folks, I tell you, when the man upstairs said you're gonna live, you're gonna live. When the man upstairs said it's not your time, it's not your time. But kudos to those folks. Kudos to those folks who found this infant, and alerted the authorities. You know, some people got some mind. Some people got some mind, folks. Some people got some mind. You know, and these are just some of the issues we're following internationally. Respect and manners, though, to some other people. Respect and manners, and more closer to home, but yet internationally. Respect and manners. We're following the accomplishments there of Sean Ali and Maria Joseph. Sean Ali and Maria Joseph. And we really want to shout out our Guyanese folks. We always say respect and manners to those folks who are in the diaspora, and you're doing us proud. Who in the diaspora, you're giving me a bad name. So we picked this up from 592 News. Little Guyana 592 News. You want to shout them out too, because they're doing a fantastic work of covering lots of what's happening in the diaspora among our people. Little Guyana 592 News. We picked this up from them, that Sean Ali and Maria Joseph recently reopened Mars Kitchen Real Guyanese Food. And for what we picked up, that this entity is situated in Ozone Park in Queens. Ozone Park in Queens, New York. And so we really want to say respect and manners to our Guyanese folks, again, out there making a difference in the world. They're located at 107 to 108 Rockaway Boulevard, Ozone Park, Queens. And the number is 718-880-2012. Folks, support your Guyanese folks in the diaspora if you close by that area. We love to see Guyanese out there doing well, working hard, having our flags fly high. Respect and manners to Sean Ali and Maria Joseph. Again, if you out there and you doing well too, drop us a line and let us know. Respect and manners, each and every one of you we come across, Guyanese every day, doing well in the diaspora, making a difference. You might not have a business, small or big. You might be just going to work and doing it diligently, working with character, working with integrity, allowing your values, your good values to permeate. You're dashing away baby dumpster and them kinds of stuff. Respect and manners to each and every one. Then again, kudos to this couple, really and truly having our flag fly high out there in the diaspora. And now closer around the region. This is the Caribbean region. And not like region 10 and so on, locally, but around the Caribbean region. While we fussing and fighting here about cleaning up the garbage and, you know, who should be in charge and corruption and all of that, them boys in Jamaica gone far ahead, you know. Them boys in Jamaica gone far ahead. Jamaica's brought back the train. You all remember the days when we had train in this country? Let's tell you all a secret. I remember them neither. I ain't so old. But I heard we had train in this country. I heard we had train. And you know, I've heard though, that people say that's one of the things we should do. We should bring back the train system. Yep. That is one of the regrets they say that we have as a country. That we scrapped the train system after we scrapped the British. But the Jamaicans bring back the train. They brought back their train system. I just want to show you briefly. The people down here, you know, they're moving on. While you were with garbage and we fighting corruption for the last 55 years, them people moving ahead. Them people moving ahead. Take a look. Take a look. The thing don't want to show. Why does it want to show? Why it doesn't want to show? It might be a good thing, It might be a good thing we ain't got the train. Because how them bus drivers operating, I can see some of y'all not even waiting for the train for stop. Right? Some of y'all pelting out and breaking your hand and your foot and all kinds of things just to skip paying the conductor. So it might be a good thing for Guyanese sake. We know how he's operating. Guys, take another look at that. It might have went by so fast. Take another look. This is Jamaica. And that was from our sister publication, Credible Sources, our website, and they're picking that up from the Jamaica Gleaner. Folks, and kudos to those folks there. They have brought back the train. Listen to me. At some point, we got to come together and move this country forward, in very progressive ways. Catfish, at some point, you got to meet with Norton, and we got to move this country forward. And very soon, I think Norton will meet with you as leader of the opposition and moving this country forward. Moving this country forward because y'all own supporters fed up with y'all. And so it gives us every indication y'all heading right back to the opposition. So folks, that's what is happening around the region. Moving on in the fight card tonight. It's not a real place here. And Guyana is not a real place at all. Guyana is not a real place. So we're following this whole debacle with the fire chief, Calamity Edu. The fire chief, we tell you he's a fire nation here, We are a fire nation. So Calamity Edu, the fire chief, he's supposed to be retiring quite shortly. And the folks there at the fire service, they're getting some rustling in the mulberry bushes. Right? Their ears are to the eaves, their ears are to the ground, and they're hearing that the installed regime might extend Calamity's Edo contract. Them boys are waiting for that. Them boys write petition. We see them boys writing letter to the editor saying, no, Calamity, go off into the sunset. You're going to stay and hamper promotion. You're going to stay and hamper things. Folks, I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen anything like this. A whole set of people come together and petitioning the government not to renew this man's contract. Let him go off into the sunset. Let him go off to pasture. As Ramjitan says, let him go to pasture. Ghana is not a real place. Right? I sure Calamity not feeling the love there. I am certain Calamity not feeling the love in the fire service. We're going to follow that, folks. Are we going to continue to bring you the details as we have them? How it going? Some things we know it start. But we want to keep a track on how they're going. We want to keep a track. One such thing, folks, is this road project. This Mandela Avenue, the Sheriff Mandela Road project. I don't know if y'all remember. But the Bishop, the false prophet, he laid down the law to them. He said by December, this road got to finish. He said, the Lord showed me this. By December, this road gonna finish. But them Chinese wasn't having it. Them Chinese, they weren't having it. Later, the man come back, the Bishop, the false prophet, and he said, all right, by February. And I think that them boys drop a kick in the. Them boys drop a slap kick. Right back in the days when I used to like to watch my kung fu films. Them boys we call a drop kick. A drop kick in the false prophet. He said February. But like it's an uppercut now. He come back and he said now, shipping problems. They mightn't be able to finish for February. The man said, my government will ensure that this contract finished by December. We will not be like the APNU, AFC and drag on this project. Perhaps February. Now February around the corner, the man said shipping problems. Shipping problems. We might not be able to reach that schedule. That's what the Bishop telling me now. And folks, how could you trust these people? How could you trust them? They do not stand by their word at all. They don't. Folks, wherever you're joining us from, don't just come to spectate. Ow. 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 Share the live stream for us. We want to see those emojis as well. Wherever in the world you're joining us from. You're joining me on Twitter. You're joining us on Facebook. Follow the page you're joining us from, so you get a notification when we're on. You're joining me on YouTube. You're a tuber. We want to see those emojis, and follow us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to our channel, to all the tubers. And we coming to TikTok. Like my friend Glenn Lal, we coming to TikTok soon. And we on TikTok, folks. Follow me by name on TikTok. We're on Instagram as well. Follow me by name on Instagram. Great to have each and every one of you. So we following this thing. You tell me this man's a prophet, and this man didn't see these people when they want extra time on this contract here. What kind of prophet is these people, man? It's false prophets. They are nothing but false prophet. Mohan, Mark Garnett, Hazel Austin is false prophet we're dealing with here. But we're going to continue, guys. We are going to continue to follow them and to bring you the updates live and direct. So they move from December to February. And now we're in the 11th day of January, and they're already giving us an indication. We're really reaching February. Well, they don't even know if they can be in office so long. They don't even know if they can be in office so long. So I'm not surprised by that. I am not surprised by that. We are not surprised by that at all, folks. We ain't surprised. Moving on. We tell you guys about the fires. The fires of the PPP. That's what they call it. The fires. Since them guys come, it's a fire nation. You understand why they want the fire chief to go? It's not the fire chief really, though. It's them boys. Since them boys come, it's a fire nation. And we have been chronicling for you here. Fire after fire is more fire, slow fire, plenty fire. It's fire. It's a fire nation. Now, for some of you, y'all gonna miss half of that. Right? Y'all gonna miss half of that. Y'all don't watch Avatar and so on. You don't watch things you're cheering watching. And some of y'all cheering watching big people things. But I know Fire Nation because when my son's watching TV, I watch for them to see what is interesting there. And I see them watching Avatar. You got Fire Nation and Water Nation and Earth Nation. PP, there's a Fire Nation. Everywhere they go is fire. Everywhere they go is confusion powder. It's like Donald Trump all over again. Confusion powder plus fire, plus mischief. Right? Chased with a lot of corruption. That's the PPP. So we've been following. Just last evening, folks, 2 fires, you know. Wasn't one, 2 fires. You had in Region 6, the Anston and McCall building there. Respect and manners to the fire service who managed to save that building there. Fire Nation, the Anston and McCall building in Region 6. And right in Region 4 here in Georgetown, the old GRA building at Smythe Street. Folks, we tell you, it's a fire nation we have. Since them boys come, it's fire, fire, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Look what happened in Smythe Street there. I think we have some of the visual there. Look what transpired there in Smythe Street. Yep, that is Smythe Street there, the GRA, old GRA building there in Smythe Street. It's a fire nation we got. But folks, I tell you this evening, I believe the new leader of the PNCR, he got some water going out there fire, you know. They're playing the hut over there. He got some water going out Gale fire, out Prayer fire, right? Out Vindia fire, out all the fire over there. They think there's a fire nation. They think there's a fire nation, right? But the new leader of the PNCR, he can think all the fire over there. Hold on. So we've been following and we've been chronicling, as we've been telling you, what has been happening with the fires of the PPP. And everywhere you turn, every month almost, every week almost, it's fire. It's fire. And we've been chronicling some of that here, folks. Take a look at some of this. This is just a couple we pulled up, So we had that last night in Smythe Street there, the old GRA building. We had what transpired in New Amsterdam there at the Ansel McCall building last evening, Two big establishments. The Breakdown police station, since them guys come in, went up in flames. We had the fire at the Georgetown Public Hospital 2 weeks ago. We had the fire at the Office of Professional Responsibility that's attached to the Ghana Police Force and the DPP's office. Went up in flames the other day. We're still waiting on the report. Charlestown Post Office, burned down. There's a building on Camp and Charlotte Street, burned down. Fires in the PPP. And then we had quite a few fire alarms as well. This is when the fire catch the Ghana Fire Service and Calamity Edo on a good day. You had some fire alarms that went off, but good response perhaps saved those buildings. NIS on Breakdown was one such place. GPO Camberville Post Office was another such place. The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development was another such place. Folks, this is in less than a year, You understand why we say we got Fire Nation here? It's a Fire Nation. But we got a new crop of politicians. It's like firemen with some big hose. Go put out all them PPP fires. Fires of the PPP. Fires of the PPP. And that's just some of what we're following, That is just some of what we're following. Folks, we beg. Tell the PPP, we beg PPP. But we ain't stupid, man. You better share the live stream. Let Patricia Scotland, the Baroness, when she go back to London, why don't she pick up on this broadcast? She might be distracted this evening by the catfish crew. But they must know we big, folks. We big, but we ain't stupid. Diane Fordyce, Deborah Halley, Ainsley Ben Morgan, Rowena, Ariel Abrams, Margaret. We big. But we ain't stupid, folks. Very soon we can have this on some t-shirts. Hold on. Very soon. None of y'all don't run ahead of us, and start printing our stuff on your t-shirts. We can get some t-shirts. So when them people see y'all coming from far, they can move out the way. They can say, this is the new Fire Nation coming. We beg. We want to tell them, let them know. We want to see the emojis, folks. We want to see the shares. Jackie Baird, Paulette Graves, Chisung Henry, Hollis London, Michelle Currica. We want to see the shares, share the live stream, and we want to see those emojis as well. Let them people know that. Let the Jagabats know. Let the trenches know. We beg, but we ain't stupid. We beg, but we ain't stupid. And our apologies, because a lot of folks telling us, we breaking up families. We keep hearing that refrains. Mr. Duncan, y'all are breaking up families there with that program. I don't have my wife for an hour every night once y'all on. I ain't got my husband attention for a whole hour when y'all are on. Folks, it is not our desire to break up families. It is not our desire to move in this direction at all. So you have our apologies. We beg Casey, but we ain't stupid. Look at them guys trying to bamboozle we with and kerfuffle we with. Huh? AG said now, on the elections petitions front, they're asking the Court of Appeal for a stay. Remember, the Court of Appeal recently told us it has jurisdiction to hear the elections petition. Now, I them think we big, but we stupid. You understand me? They want to tell us and to tell the world, we rig election, right? They just rigged the whole of GCOM to put Mr. Prasad there, Vishnu Prasad, to rig on their behalf. But they want to tell the world, we rig elections. And you have 2 elections petition in which they have a chance to show this world conclusively that the APNU AFC rigged this election. But they're fighting those petitions tooth and nail in the court. Folks, if y'all ain't gonna learn to hide, allow the petitions to go. I'm certain the trenchies listening to us this evening can agree with us on this small point. I'm certain The Jacobats listening to us this evening can agree on this point. If y'all ain't got nothing to hide, if y'all aren't installed and you're not fearing being uninstalled, allow the petitions to go. Ganesh Ramlakan, what say you? All the other trenches, the Jagabats, the Nakavakamites, the Philistines, the Jebusites, the Hippocytes, what say you? Y'all want fair and square. Let's assume that. What you have to hide? Let the petitions go. No. Anil is fighting these petitions vehemently. And not on any of the substantive issues, you know. Not on any of the substantive issues, no. Who ain't get served in time? Who gets served out of time? Who name got the I that didn't get the dot at the top? Who name got a T that didn't get the cross? All the technicalities. All of the technicalities, ladies and gentlemen, they're looking to knock these petitions out because they know if these petitions are really heard, folks, on the substantive issues of the petition, they will be uninstalled like that. They'll be uninstalled like that. Right? So don't try to style me. Because just like that, we could do it. Just like that. Just like that, we could uninstall y'all. So allow the petitions to go. Allow the petitions to go if you have nothing to hide. If you also like democracy, transparency, and good governance and everything else, you're watching the mirror and feed yourselves with every day and rock yourselves to sleep at night with, allow the petitions to go, the man. I think it's only fair, Alexis Joseph. But we beg people, we beg Claudette Bobby Lewis, Kim Walker, Morgan Monroe, Margaret Craig. We beg between stupid. We beg Sandra Raphael. We beg between stupid. Let her know. Look at this other one here now. Dwight Hetzberger has been terminated from GCOM. He was Mr. Lowenfield's assistant. Now they're saying that they have suspicion. I want you to hear me clearly here. They have a suspicion. No evidence. A suspicion that Mr. Hetzberger deleted information from GCOM's computers. And so they have terminated his employment with GCOM. Dwight Hetzberger. He was one of the folks they had before the court for election-related fraud. 1 year plus, no evidence. These are the folks who can go and tell Baroness Scotland, the Queen, everybody else, who don't tire them about rigging. No evidence. Just like Trump. No evidence whatsoever. So they fired Dwight Hetzberger today, folks, from the Ghana Elections Commission. You see why they put Vishnu Prasad there? You see why they didn't want the man from Jamaica with the trains running out? With progress happening? You understand why they didn't want the gentleman from Jamaica? But they orchestrated to have the least qualified candidate, Vishnu Pandey, there at GCOM. So they fired Dwight Hetzberger. One of the fellas who recently applied for the position of CEO of GCOM is a computer guy there, the IT technician. Y'all remember that fella? Let me see if y'all remember the guy's name. What is the fella's name? The IT guy's name. He applied to be CEO. Remind me, what is the fella's name, folks? I know y'all are sharp at these issues. His name is right there. This IT guy, took the whole server out of GCOM. During the election, there was a fire alarm triggered at GCOM with no authority. He lifted up the whole server. Anil Giddings is the fella's name, is the Jagabat name. He applied for chairman of GCOM's position. The point I'm making, Dwight Hetzberger, the only suspect, no evidence. Anil Giddings is PPP. He was seen on video camera, asked no permission, lift up the whole server. the whole GCOM server with all the information and went MIA for about 3 hours out of the compound with the whole server. You want to know how many people get installed? Ask Anil Giddens. He said because of the fire alarm, he took it upon himself to fetch the whole server out. And you see, he had it in his car about 3 blocks from GCOM. They got this on tape, him leaving the compound with the server. Right? But they got suspicion that Hetzberger deleted information off the computer. Hetzberger was terminated and he's still working there. Anil Giddens still working at GCOM because it's day boy doing day bidding. And they want to come to us and lecture us about transparency and good governance. I was about to say something. I hear my aunt saying, Sherrod, watch your language. I was hearing my aunt saying, Sherrod, watch your language. Anil Giddens is still working at GCOM. And Dwight Hetzberger was fired today on the suspicion. And Anil Giddens, in his own words, viewers from around the world, Anil Giddens wrote a report to the police and GCOM stating that he took upon himself to take the server with the SOPs, the tabulated votes, and he took it out of GCOM without authorization and had it in his vehicle somewhere in the country for 3 hours. He alone. And he got the job at GCOM. And Dwight Hetzberger, with a mere suspicion, of course they can tell you anything to get rid of you there, because all they want there is their yes men, because they're getting ready to rig. They are getting ready to rig. And that is what's happening there at GCOM. You see, folks can tell us what they want to tell us on our program here. But we tell you guys, we do our homework here, you know. Right? We didn't spread propaganda here. We might be a little extra. Our personality a little overblown. That's the nature of who we be. Right? It's the 21st century. We're extra. We got no apologies for that. But we do our homework here. So Dwight Hetzberger go home on the suspicion. And you got that Jagabat, Anil Giddens, that trench crapo, that trenchy, sit down there at GCOM waiting for the next election to fetch out the server again with the critical data, and he will not be held responsible. Because you know why? You know who his political masters are? Papa Jagabat and the rest of them. Those are his political masters. But they aren't the masters for a free thinker like Dwight Hetzberger. No. Folks, that's why we tell them we big. But we ain't stupid. Glennis Mingo Bourne, Karen Thorne. Folks, don't just come watch the live stream. I got over 4,000 persons watching. And y'all don't share the stream so that folks can get the credible information. Those of you who are joining me on the Share Duncan page, share this live stream. Those of you joining us on the Christopher Jones page, what we doing? We can be militant or vigilant, or we just there spectators. Those of us joining us on the App New AFC page, share the live stream. I'm Rita McKenzie. Share the live stream. Follow the pages you're viewing this on. You're joining us on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube page as well. We big, but we ain't stupid. And to Dwight Hetzberger we say, the moral arm of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Always remember that. The moral arm of the universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We beg. Catfish, we beg, man, catfish. But we ain't stupid. Catfish telling us, after they just fire Anil, after just fire Hetzberger, and they got Anil to sit down. Catfish telling me, I'll bring it up close so y'all can read for y'all. I know y'all bigger, y'all can read. Catfish telling us, he assures of integrity in selecting persons to manage the oil funds. He assures of integrity. Our Baroness Scotland watching us tonight, or some member of our team. Ali is assuring us of integrity in selecting persons to manage the oil funds. Oh, so we gonna put cat for watch milk now? We gonna put cat for watch fish now? That's what we doing? Or we can put blood in the water and left the sharks. And so, oh, we save Peter Sills, Brenda Bowman and the rest of we. Brenda Bowman, Sharon Grant. And we can say, oh, that is democracy and transparency. All right. Catfish, this is what he's saying. He has shows of integrity in selecting persons to manage the oil funds. Leslie Tom, you believe this? Edward Wade, you believe this? Edward asked your wife if she believed this. And Stacey Wade, you believe this? Stacey Wade asked your daughter Tyler Wade Duncan if she believed this. Ariel Busby, Margaret Jones, Daniel Passat, y'all believe this here? Elizabeth Narayan and family? This is the man talking who got 19 fraud charges to name, Shanat Sicharan. Talking about persons with integrity. 19 fraud charges. But the day he become president, the DPP drop his charges. And there's justice in this country though. And this is what justice look like for them boys. The Minister of Finance is a man with fraud charges to his name. The same DPP, no questions asked, no reasons given. Drop he fraud charges too. The Attorney General had fraud charges to his name for the theft of law books. He had his charges dropped. It's a whole pack of fraud charges people in this government. But Catfish beat the whole pack. He had 19. 1-9. Baroness Patricia Scotland, when you shook that man's hands about 19 fraud charges. So if you left feeling heavy, it's more than just he. It's the fraud charges. 19 of them. Shake your hands. Shook your hands. 19 fraud charges. And he's saying he will assure integrity. Folks, we big. We big. But we ain't stupid. We are not. We ain't stupid, as we tell you. We ain't stupid. Frank, oh. If Irfan is just Irfan, who's Frank? Folks, wherever you're watching us from around the world, who is dead in this country under Frank, badly wounded? Baroness Patricia Scotland, get out before it's too late. Before it's too late. Who is dead, badly wounded here? So COVID continues to surge. And surge it is. 663 confirmed cases just today. 3 new deaths. And then buys everything good. Everything good. You think it's Barbados like a 40 confirmed cases per day, 15, 10. Everything good. Right? No Prime Minister, don't worry the big crowd there in the sports hall not adhering to COVID restrictions and protocol. Everything good, man. We get everything under control. It's only 600. It's going to be 800. Oh, that was the day before. Thanks and everything good. Baroness, for your life and the tenure, get it while you can. The rest of we in it for the long haul. We in it for the long haul. The COVID surge continues. Folks, and to show the example, these people are. To show the example that these people be, we get our photo of the day. Oh. These guys demonstrate such poor leadership in this country. We ain't got a scale for them. We got to just break up the scale and throw it away. Give away the scale. We don't have a scale for them. They defy every known quantity. They're in brackets by themselves. We ain't got a scale for them. The incompetence they demonstrate. The leadership they demonstrate is so poor. There is no scale to measure it. And that is what gives us, folks, our picture of the day. Right? Folks, y'all think y'all understand the juncture we are? We got Omicron. We got Delta. And we chasing them now on the rocks with the IHU variant. Right? It's a shot of Omicron, a strong shot of Delta, and IHU. That's the drinks. That's the COVID cocktail in we. And you would think people who talk about leadership and leading would at least adopt a posture where they're leading by example. But not these folks. Not these folks. We got to take back this country, you know. We got to take back this country for our children's sake, for our own sake, for the future generations that have to benefit from that natural resources fund. We got to take back this country. Look at the picture today. All the COVID overwhelming we 600 plus cases. Look at government leading by example here. Look how government leads by example. This is Catfish launching the Agriculture and Innovation Entrepreneurship Program at the Artichunk Convention Center at Liliendal. Just this afternoon. Wasn't last year. Was this afternoon. Catfish. We're being overwhelmed by Omicron. Just today on our podcast, Below the Belt, that airs from 12 to 1 on a daily basis, we were quoting the BBC, who was quoting the WHO, the World Health Organization, and saying that Europe can be overrun by Omicron in the next coming weeks. Europe, a whole continent. Oh, we only got 750,000 here. Since I born, we got it. Oh, I'm begging y'all. Do something for we. Least y'all can do, Irfan, is lead by example. That's the least y'all can do. Folks, this is Catfish them. They're launching the Agriculture and Innovation Entrepreneurship Program at the Artichunk Convention Center, because irrespective of how many persons die, irrespective of who dead, the show must go on. This Catfish government got a policy on social distancing, you know. And here is Catfish. The man who said he can pick people with integrity got no integrity himself. The finance minister is there. And they're breaching their own policy. And they're coming to tell us they can pick people with integrity to watch over we money where we can't see. If they're breaching the COVID policy in front of your own eye, oh God, there's a Guyanese adage, a proverb, a truism, a saying. Oh, what you see in broad daylight, not take lamp stick for good look from night time. I hope my wife thinks my Creoles is improved. I've been trying. Those are folks from Region 5, and they can break into Crips English and their Creole vernacular. I've been trying. How am I trying? I get any points there? What you see with broad daylight? Don't take lamp stick for look from night time. Here's your fun. And half the cabinet preaching the COVID regulations that they put in place to safeguard members of society. Oh, if they can't follow their own rules like this, it's financial rooms they can follow? Yeah? They need some good fire stick in the backside. This is where we are, folks. This is where we're there. This is where we're there. This is where we're there. Thanks for joining our program this evening, folks. That's our time. That's our time. We encourage you guys to come on board, partner with us, help our programs to go forward, help us to build out our programs. We're now doing 12 programs per week, podcasts every day of the week. That's 7 programs. In the ring, 5 days per week. That's 5 programs. Math and 2 things, but I think that's 12 programs per week. And then we still have our website. that we're focusing on building out, getting more information to you guys. So we have our website, Credible Sources, and the web address is crediblesourcesgy.com. We got our podcast every midday, 12 to 1, Guyanese time, 12 to 1. And the name of the podcast is Below the Belt. And then we're back in the ring on a nightly basis here, Monday to Friday, in the ring. Every day is the podcast. And every day we're on the website, guys. That's what we're using your funding for, to build out these and other programs. Thanks for joining us. Consider partnering with us. We have the Cash App available. It's $, in the ring 592. We have PayPal available. It's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. We also have the MMG service available. It's 627-6963. 627-6963. And we're available via Western Union and MoneyGram as well, guys. You need any guidance here, you need any direction, you got some information, you got some photograph, you have a news tip, that very MMG number will get you onto us via WhatsApp. 627-6963. Guys, as you go, remember to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize. Don't be like Catfish and Crew. Practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are in place for your health and your safety, that of your friends, family, and loved ones, guys. Stay safe. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow in the podcast at 12, Below the Belt. And then we're back tomorrow night. In the ring. Thanks for joining us, guys. Do stay safe. We commend all the other programs coming up on our platforms to you guys. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe.